Hello my dear students, I welcome you all to today's English class. Dear students, today we are going to discuss a lesson from your class 6th English textbook. The name of the lesson is The Deaf Friend. Dear students, before beginning the lesson, let us read an interesting story. Okay? One person went to England. A person visited England. He did not know English except 3 words or phrases. Yes, no, very good. So that person did not understand English. He knew only 3 words in English. What are they? Yes, no, very good. There was a street fight one day. One day there was a fight in the street. He was present there. That person was standing there. The police therefore caught him. The police caught him. The police asked him, "Did you take part in the fight?" The police asked that person, "Did you take part in the fight?" He, without understanding the question, answered yes. He said yes, but he couldn't understand anything. He didn't know English, isn't it? The police took him to the police station. The police carried him to the police station. The inspector there asked him, "Look, people say you took part in the fight." In the police station, the inspector asked, "Look, people are saying you took part in the fight. Do you want to say anything against this charge?" He said no. He couldn't understand English. Okay, he couldn't understand anything, but he said no. When the inspector said, "You will be sent to prison," the inspector said, "Then you will be sent to prison, jail." The man said, "Very good." The man couldn't understand anything and he said, "Very good." So students, the story was interesting, wasn't it? Okay. Now we are going to discuss a similar story today. Before beginning the story, let me read the text of SGP 1. All of you listen to it carefully. Once there lived a poor man in a village. He had a rich classmate. He lived in a town. They did not meet for a long time. In the meantime, the rich friend had problems with his ear and became deaf. His friend in the village could not know this. One day, the rich friend came to know that his friend was seriously ill. So, he decided to visit him. The rich friend thought to himself, "How can I talk to him? I cannot hear what he will say." He decided to talk less and carefully planned his talk. "I'll say, 'Good morning, how are you?' He will say, 'Fine, thank you.' Then I'll say, 'That's good.' Then I'll ask, 'What food are you taking?' He will name the food he is taking. Then I'll say, 'That's good for you.' Finally, I will ask, 'Who is your doctor?' He will tell the name of his doctor. I'll say, 'I hope God will help him with his work.'" So students, we read the text. Now we are going to discuss it in some detail. Once there lived a poor man in a village. He had a rich classmate. He lived in a town. So this story is about two persons, a poor man and his rich classmate. So students, who are there in this paragraph? Yes, there are two persons in this paragraph, a poor man and a rich man. Okay, so who are there? A poor man and his rich classmate. You can also see in the picture. Okay, this is the picture of the poor man and this is the picture of the rich man. Okay, now where did the rich friend live? Yes, can you tell me? Yes, the rich friend lived in a town. In a town. The rich friend lived in a town. Next question, where did the poor friend live? Yes, can you tell me? Where did the poor friend live? Yes, the poor man lived in a village. In a village. In a village. So what happened next? They did not meet for a long time. Here they refers to those two friends, a poor man and his rich friend. In the meantime, the rich friend had problems with his ear. The rich man had some problem with his ear and became deaf. Deaf means who could not listen anything. Okay, as you can see from the picture, a deaf person means a person who cannot hear anything. His friend in the village could not know this. So the rich man became deaf, but his friend means that poor man, he could not know about this. What happened to the rich friend? Yes, can you tell me what happened? He became deaf. Okay. The rich friend became deaf. Next question, did his poor friend in the village know about his problem? Did that poor friend know about his problem? His problem means his deafness. Yes or no? No. Okay. Here we have discussed his friend in the village could not know. Okay. So the answer is no. The poor friend in the village did not know about this. Next question, did the rich friend want to tell his friend about his deafness and why? Did the rich man wanted to tell about his deafness to the poor friend? Yes or no? No. He did not want to tell about his deafness. So the answer is no. He did not want to tell about his deafness. Why? Why he didn't want to tell about his deafness? He didn't want anyone to know. He didn't want anybody to know about his deafness. Okay. One day, the rich friend came to know that his friend was seriously ill. The rich friend came to know about the poor friend. Okay, the illness of his poor friend, that his poor friend was seriously ill. So he decided to visit him. Okay, so who decided to visit? That rich friend decided to visit his poor friend. Now, question, what did the rich friend come to know about his friend? Yes, what did he come to know about? About his illness, right? About his friend's illness. Next question, what did he decide to do? Who can say, what did he decide? He decided to visit him. He decided to visit him. Okay. The rich friend thought to himself, how can I talk to him? Because he was deaf. That rich friend was deaf. I cannot hear what he will say. So the rich man could not hear anything. He decided to talk less and carefully plan his talk. So what the rich man decided? He decided to talk less and he planned how to talk to his poor friend. Why did he decide to talk less? Why? Because he did not want to know, he did not want his poor friend to know about his deafness. Why did he decide to talk less? Because he did not want his friend to know about his deafness. Okay. I will say, good morning, how are you? The rich man will say, good morning, how are you? He will say, fine, thank you. That poor man will say, fine, thank you. Then I will say, that's good. Then the rich man will say, that's good. So in this way, the rich man planned his conversation. Question 10. If he says, how are you to his friend, what will be his friend's reply? Means when the rich man says, how are you to his friend, what will be his friend's reply? What would his poor friend reply? What will he reply? Fine, thank you. Okay. Then I'll ask, what food are you taking? So the second question, the rich man would ask, what food are you taking? He will name the food he is taking. The poor friend would tell about what food he was taking. Then I'll say, that's good for you. Then the rich man would say, that's good for you. So question number 11, what did he decide to say next? So what did he decide to say next? What food are you taking? He decided to say next, what food are you taking? Okay. Next question. When his friend says what food he is taking, what will he say? So when the poor friend would say what food he was taking, then what the rich man would say? The rich man would say, that's good for you. Okay. So he would say, that's good for you. Okay. Finally, I'll ask, who is your doctor? Okay. So for the third time or for the final time, the rich man would ask, who is your doctor? He will tell the name of his doctor. That poor friend would tell the name of his doctor. I will say, I hope God will help him with his work. Then finally the rich man would say, I hope God will help him. Help him means help the doctor with his work. So in this way, the rich man planned 3 questions and its answers. Now question number 13, what did he decide to ask finally? What did he decide to ask? Who is your doctor? Isn't it? Yes. He finally decided to ask, who is your doctor? Question number 14, what would his friend reply to this? What would the poor friend reply to this? The poor friend would reply with the name of his doctor. His friend would reply with the name of his doctor. Next question. When his friend tells the name of the doctor, what would he decide to say? When his friend, means when the poor friend would tell the name of the doctor, what would he, means the rich man, what would he say? I hope God will help him with his work. Okay. So the rich man decided to say, I hope God will help him with his work. So in this way, the rich man planned his conversation with the poor man. Okay. In the next class, we will come to know about what really happens, whether the rich man would be successful in his planned conversation or not. So students, What we have learnt in today's class? Listen to a story. In the beginning, we listen to an interesting story. Reading the text SGP 1, we read the text of SGP 1. Reading with comprehension. Then we discussed the whole text with comprehension in some detail. So students, this is all for today's class. Thank you. Bye bye.